Hi there, Eva Delicious here in the Showgirl Temple, ready to bring you some Showgirl stretch. I'm feeling kind of chill and quiet today with the rain coming in. It's kind of a nice change. Let's do a little bit of warming up high, and then we'll make our way to the ground and do most of our stretching today there because that just sounds nice. So feet about hip width apart. Balancing your weight over all the areas of your feet, the balls of your feet, the heels, maybe starting to lift up in the middle of your foot, your arch, so getting a little bit of work there. And then just pushing down, bending a knee, pushing your weight down. Starting to wake up those hips and legs. Enjoy any gentle popping they might have going on. Obviously, if it hurts, that's not good, but sometimes mine just like to talk to me. Let me know how they're doing. Nice. And then let's just do some gentle circles. So pushing out to a side, navel comes to spine as you go back, side, front, side, back, side, front, circle it out. Trying a horizontal circle on the ground. Knees bend as you need. Ideally, your feet stay flat on the ground and your head stays relatively in the same position even as your hips swing around. Awesome. Let's go to the other side. Nice. Circle that out. I hope everyone's doing all right this week. Seems like we've kind of come to a realization like, oh crap, we're going to be in this situation for a little while here. Not quite sure when things are going to shift. Kind of got to dig back into the things that are sustaining us. Maybe look where we can give some extra support to our friends and family and community who might be needing it a little bit more even right now. Chest. Get some chest going, so pushing forward, pulling back in. So I'm just gonna drop my elbows because I want you to see it's not my arms moving, it's definitely the chest. Some mobility in the spine. Gotta stay flexible there too. Nice, and let's go side to side. Sliding it straight across. Breathing. Enjoying that opening. Nice. And then forward, side, back, side. Circle it out. So I'll be continuing these Thursday mornings. I believe it feels like it's a pretty good time for a lot of people and me. And then let's do the other side. So first our diamond. And Tuesdays, I've been doing a tease tips in my Reconnect with Body Magic group. I had been doing it in the evening, but it seems like that might be a hard time for people. So I might move that also in the mornings to Tuesday. I'm not putting that on Facebook generally, Roll Your Circles, just because I don't want them to censor it and cut it off. Not that it's anything scandalous really, but they're so sensitive about anything that's on there and forward. And sometimes I do talk about like actually peeling pieces off. So who knows? Join me there if you're interested in that. Come and be part of that group. There's lots of good stuff happening in there. And then alternating. And then coming forward. Nice. All right, let's do a couple more standing stretches. So lifting up, bending over, support yourself here if you like. Stretching long, shoulder stays away from the ears. Let's a nice opening in the side. Inhale it up. Let's tip over to the other side. Keep that shoulder down. Remember, we're stretching long first. Before we're worried about bending over, we want to be really tall. Nice. Inhale that up. And then just rotate. Let your arms flop. I like this way of just loosening up. Nice. All right, we're going to start making our way to the ground. We're going to do it kind of slow. So first, bending your knees, rolling down, and let yourself hang with bent knees, grabbing opposite elbows here. My hair is becoming a shield, right? And then go ahead and swivel. You can swing back and forth. You can go for making an infinity with your head a little bit. Swinging around, just loosening up there. Nice. Come to center. Bend your knees, and we're going to tuck the pelvis and roll up. Flop the hair as needed. Roll back down. Rolling up, pelvis goes first, and then you stack. Down again. Making sure your knees track over your toes. They don't splay out. And we're coming down, 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 down. Keep going down. Head for the floor, however you need to. I'm going to rotate to a side. Grab extra padding for your knees if you desire that. And we're going to meet in tabletop position. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, navel coming to spine so we're not sinking here. And we're just going to wag our tail and our head, kind of bending at the waist and your obliques. And some movement there. Nice. And then those chest circles that we did, we're going to do it here on the ground. So lift up, side, drop it, side. Same circle that we did. Nice. And now we're going to go to the other side. Bending your elbows as you need. Sit back a little bit, shake out your wrists. I am actually getting warmer, so I'm going to take this off. Nice. And then we're going to come back forward here. And do some cat-cows. So inhaling, exhale, pull way up, drop your head, drop your pelvis. Actually, I should say drop your pubic bone here, I guess, to be more clear. Nice. Exhaling. Getting lots of freedom and movement there. Nice. And now, toes come together, knees spread apart a little bit. Push yourself back into a child's pose. Come on down. You can just enjoy that for a moment, or you can press your hands into the mat to get a stretch underneath your arms and across the top of your back. Whew. So nice. Walk your hands over to one side. I'm going to go left. As you know, it doesn't really matter which side you go. I say that so that I remember what I do. And then push your right hip toward your right foot while you're stretching your hands away to the left, and then look up under your armpit. I love that nice lengthening all along the side there. Breathe into that. And then let's walk ourselves to the other side. So pushing your
toward the heel you're stretching away from. Stretching your arms out nice and long, and then look up under that armpit. Beautiful. And coming back to center. And let's roll ourselves up here. How about a little mermaid sit to one side? I'm going to my left side first. This is just for my memory. I don't care which side you go to, really. All right, so stretching out here. We're gonna keep this area nice and lifted, no sinking. Elbow and softly bent, hand kind of under your shoulder. We're just gonna stretch up for a moment and rotate that arm. Touch your sparkly curtains. Feels nice. Nice. And then looking away from that, we're gonna keep coming down a little bit further. So now elbow under the shoulder, still staying lifted. We don't want to sink there. I'm going to grab the ankle of my top leg and start pulling that toward my booty. I'm keeping the knee coming straight out from the hip, so not bending backward, not coming forward. It's going straight down from the hip. And if you want more stretch, you can tighten that glute. Inhaling, enjoying that. Feels so good. Nice, release that. Let's start walking up. I'm gonna cross that leg over. So whatever leg was on top is now gonna cross over the bottom leg. And you might just be setting here. Stretching it long. I know this is gonna be crazy for me on the other side because my left side is still so tight. Having a hard time releasing it. So hopefully knee is staying up straight where the leg is crossed over and this hip is starting to sink toward the ground. Going back down, back down, back down. It's just stretching out that hip area. So good, right? Enjoying that wiggle if you need to. Nice. Let's lean back and we will point our knees to the ceiling. Just rotate back and forth here. Nice. We're going to do a little bit more before we swap over to the other side. So doing kind of the figure four stretch, sitting up. So we're going to bring that leg across, flexing the foot, knee trying to push forward, sitting yourself up. And if you want more stretch, you're going to walk your heel closer to your booty. Try to keep pushing that leg out. Keep your foot flexed. Breathing. Wiggling, encouraging your leg to go ahead and release. Whew. I was in the woods camping this last weekend and it was so incredible. Nothing like nature healing, but I was also with a fabulous group of friends. We were very careful about physical distancing and had so much fun dancing. And my body is still a little tired from it. Stretch that leg back out long. Come up, wobble from side to side. We definitely did do lots of stretching and movement, but yeah, 3 days of dancing and roaming around the woods. That'll do it to you. All right, come on over to the other side. Remember to lift up, be a nice posed mermaid, I guess, right? Not lounge, total lounge mermaid. Circling that arm. And release. come on down to the elbow. Grabbing that ankle, knee coming straight out from your hip. It's already a crazy stretch for me. And tighten that glute if you want a little bit more stretch. Keep pushing into your elbow and your forearm to keep your side body lifted. If you soften, it can collapse. You don't want to do that. So push down there as well. Enjoy the softening in your leg. Beautiful. And coming up, bring that top leg over. Oh, look at that. Not too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Wiggle as you need to. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. So usually this is the time where I would tell you to get into Charlie's class this Saturday so you can have big stretch. She had to take this week off. So she will hopefully be back next week. Send her your love. We, of course, miss her teaching because she's so fabulous. So she's teaching Bendy for All Bodies Wednesdays and Saturdays. So you can keep up with your flexibility goals. Obviously, the more you do it, the more flexible you become, right? It's definitely a use it or lose it kind of a thing. Breathing here. You can sign up for all of that on showgirltemple.com. And if you wanted to join us taking fabulous photos, I'll just tell you about it while you're here breathing and stretching, right? Keep your foot flexed. Walk your foot in if you want more stretch in the hip. We have a few more slots this Saturday in our Glam Shot photo shoot with Vanity Thorn. It is done remotely over Zoom, so you set up your space. Vanity walks you through it and tells you how to pose. It's incredibly helpful. She did one for me, and the shots turned out great. And then she will edit your 3 favorite images for you as part of that. So a few more slots. It's happening this Saturday. We'll probably do it again sometime in the future. But can you have too many sexy shots of yourself? I sort of think no. Ooh, that's a lot for me to breathe through right now. All right, let's release that. Yeah, that stretches sometimes where it almost makes you nauseous when you stretch it. Getting those foam rollers, right? Those are key when you have something like that going on. All right, let's see. Let's extend our legs. How about let's do that? You can enjoy my really attractive socks. You're welcome. All right, just wiggling, getting comfortable there. So sitting straight up, navel's coming to spine, stretching long, long back. So if your back starts to curve, that's where you back off and just stretch into your length. So coming down, I like to leave a little bit of room between my legs for belly to come through. Maybe reaching down to your feet if your neck and back are nice and long and extended. Thinking more about the center of your chest coming down. So you stay nice and long and stretched out. And now, point your toes. Push the bottom of your legs into the ground. Nice. And then flex it. See if you can inhale, extend. Exhale a little bit lower. Wiggle if you need to. Point your feet. Press your legs down into the ground. Flex. One more inhale. Extend. Exhale, lower. Look for the softness now. Where can your body just release into space? Point, push down into the ground. Inhale, bring it on up. Let's circle our ankles. Good to keep mobility there. Oh, ankles are talking to me too. Just say hi to you. Trying to go through your full range of motion. There. Ah, yay. Okay, let's see. Let's go to straddle right now. So not crazy wide, just whatever's comfortable for you. And we'll start with feet flexed. Go ahead and wiggle, settle in there. Just letting your body relax. Hopefully you're feeling your sits bones right on the ground so you can keep that connected. And let's just inhale, exhale, come forward. Again, nice straight back. So pushing into your booty, extending through your spine. Wiggling as you need to. I need to a lot here. And then let's just walk over to a side. I'm going left first. That seems to be the theme for today. So that's what's happening. So chest kind of coming down over your leg. So much wiggling needed here. And we're going to walk over to the right, staying low. So if you get that wonderful sensation of a little bit of nausea as you're stretching, keep breathing through it. All right, we want to release it and soften it. Might want to drink some extra water. Might still be a little bit dehydrated from all my fun. So extra water will help. Be a good idea. And you can throw some magnesium powder in there as well. I usually do that in the evening because it can make you a little sleepy. But it's good nourishment for your muscles and it can help kind of rejuvenate them. Nice. We're going to walk back across, still low and extended. Maybe you can get a little bit lower now and come to the inside of your leg or maybe on top. We're going to rotate our chest open and then reach up and over. Extending out. So spine is still long. We don't want to crunch over. No point in doing that. Also, it can hurt the side of your body, honestly. For me, it pinches my skin if I crink over too much. So stretch nice and long. Hips still connecting to the ground. Breathing. Enjoying that opening. Nice. And then we're going to come and rotate back down and walk ourselves across from the inside, staying low as you can. Rotating chest open to the other side. Stretching up and over. Feet are still flexed and pushing into the ground. Breathing, finding the softness. Release that, rotate your chest back toward the ground. We're going to come back to center. Point your toes. Push your bottoms of your legs into the ground. And flex again. Inhale, see if you can extend. And exhale a little bit lower. Point your toes. Push into the ground. Inhale it on up, lean back, shake out your legs. I hope that felt good for you. It feels good for me, but it's an All right, let's come to a cross-legged position. Oh, hooray, my leg is stretched out enough to do that. That's actually been really difficult for me because my IT band on the left side has been just angry. All right, sitting up nice and straight here. Let's do some gentle twists. So twisting low from the waist, rotating, keeping yourself lifted up. So I'm gonna twist to the side so it's more obvious what I'm doing. So rotating low in the waist. I try to keep my spine extended, and I tent my hands back here so I can kind of push myself up straight. Make sure the knees are still dropping down to the ground. We don't want them to poke up. Just staying nice and straight here. As you open and have more room, you can keep twisting to the back. And notice the front hand is not pushing. It's giving a little bit of leverage, but it's just kind of chilling there. It's not really forcing anything around. No point in that. All right, we want to breathe and stretch into the opening, not force it. It's kind of a life metaphor there. Inhaling. Nice, and rotating back to the front. Rotate to the other side. Swap the legs. So swapping the legs. Sitting up nice and tall. And rotating back to the other side. Trying to keep that shoulder down. So my shoulder on this side likes to roll in particularly. So see if you can lift it up, roll it down and back. So you're getting more of an open chest situation going all the way across. Inhaling, big balloon lungs. Rotate back around to the front and come to however you would like to be ending for reading our cards. We're almost there, but we're going to do a little bit more stretch. Let's do for the neck. So sliding your chin a little bit back. We don't want to be poking forward, a little bit back, and just dropping your ear to your shoulder. And if you want a little bit more stretch, you can put your hand on the top of your head, just resting it. If you want even more, you can push the other hand away. So pushing through the heel of the hand. Enjoying that opening in your neck. Whew. Feels like a lot there. So before we go, I went heads up that next week we are planning to put the fall online solo series up for sale and registration. Releasing here, and down to the other side. Add the weight if you like, and push through the palm. There will be limited spots, even though it's online. I still want to make sure everyone has really good focused attention. So look out for that next week if you're interested in performing solo burlesque acts. Extra time right now, why not, right? Jump in, learn. You'll have plenty of time to rehearse things before you have a live gig. Oh. Nice, release that. Drop your head back just a little bit. So you can stretch in the front. If you want, you can put your hands on your chest and kind of just tighten the skin. So you'll get a little bit of a stretch in your skin of the neck. Which feels nice. I'm not pressing, they're just resting. Beautiful. And then look up and over. So we're going to just tilt our chin down and then grab with little kind of claw fingers under that spot of your neck where your hairline starts, your occiput. We're going to lift up, keep the elbows together, and then just let the weight pull. So just gravity helping us here. Ooh, feels Inhale, lift that up. All right, do whatever you need to do to situate. So, yeah, even though it's online, I'm really excited about this new solo series because I'm just using the opportunity of being home so much more to kind of refine and revise what I've been offering. It's going to include some of the Becoming Babelicious work that we've been doing on mindset for confidence on and off stage, which I think is really important and something I haven't always put in a lot of my solo burlesque series. So I'm really excited to bring that to everyone because the women who've been in my Babelicious program have seen big changes in their lives already, and they've been so happy with everything. And so I'm really excited to share that with more people in another way. So that'll be in there. A lot more dance technique we're going to have in there. I feel like that's something that maybe we haven't had enough of in the past. So that's going to be in this series. And a lot more spending time with people developing their acts. So like we're going to send you instructional videos beforehand to watch. And then when we get to class, we'll have a whole lot more discussion about the specifics of each person's act. So a little bit of a new format. I'm excited to try it and see how that flows and feels for people. You're welcome to DM me if you have any questions about it. All right, card, here we go. Send through your desires, beauties. What do you need for the coming week? Hathor was a wonderful guide this last week. For me, I was given lots of beautiful things over the weekend at that camp out. So it was a wonderful message. So what do you need to be prepared for? In here. Oh, this is beautiful. This week we're being visited by Mary Magdalene. Unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. I'm not what most people think, yet to defend myself would be to sink to a lower level than I feel comfortable with. I am one with the divine just as you are, and it is here that I choose to reside. The lower levels of human bickering, judgment, and chaos are just that, lower levels. I choose to do my work from the level of the higher consciousness, where love reigns supreme. It's here where the most good can be done, and I urge you to do the same. Where you dwell in consciousness is where you truly dwell. So focus your thoughts on the good things that you could find in people, and rise above all appearances otherwise. Meanings of this card. Don't worry what others think or say. Heal this situation with love. Send love to those who have hurt or misjudged you. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done. Release old unforgiveness toward others to help yourself heal and move on. Although the Gospels never specifically call Mary Magdalene a prostitute or a sinner, she's been called one by misogynists. Mary Magdalene nonetheless overlooks these false judgments, is unconditionally forgiving, and has a beautifully sweet energy. Her significant role with Jesus, as described in the Gospels, includes her washing his feet, witnessing his death, and being one of the first people to whom he appeared after his resurrection. Controversies about other roles she may have played include Christ's bride, a temple priestess, or a disciple. Call upon her for help with forgiveness and opening your heart to more love. Well, that's beautiful. That's a wonderful message we can all use. Mary Magdalene is fascinating character. There's actually a Gospel of Mary Magdalene. If you want to check it out, it's something was channeled from healers. But whether you believe that or not, many of the points that are in that and the techniques that you can use to actually rejuvenate yourself and your energy are really supportive and helpful. So if you're curious, I encourage you to go check that out. and learn more about her and the role of other women in the early Christian church. There actually is documentation about that, not just Mary Magdalene, but about the early Christian church, especially in North Africa. Good stuff. All right, so settling into that love. So may you have love for yourself, love that flows over, that you may give it to other people, and the ability to look at all the situations that are coming at you, even with the hard ones. And I know it sounds easy, and it's challenging to do, and it is still worth the effort to love up the situations that are coming to you, to find the message, the learning, the spaces for growth and change, right? It is sometimes absolutely in those hardest, darkest moments that we have really major breakthroughs in our world, and we're able to grow and change, which is truly what our world needs right now in a big, big way. So I hope that you have that space. Next Tuesday, for the Tuesday Teas, we're actually going to be working on kind of a mindset thing. Shannon Elsom from Cobra's Medicine Bag is going to be joining us to share a release ritual. It's something that she taught me years ago, and it's been wonderful. So like whenever life gets really overwhelming or hard, and I just don't know what to do and can't handle, I've used this release ritual to clear space and bring back actually love and joy, so that I have the fuel and the energy to keep moving forward. So if you're curious about that, I encourage you to join us. Shannon is an incredible healer and a magic woman. I don't know how else to say it. She just has so much knowledge and information and love to share. It'll be really wonderful. So come and join us next Tuesday. We're going to keep it at 5:30 for then in Reconnect with Body Magic group. I will be back here next week with a stretch. And check out the other things that we have going on at showgirltemple.com. Have a beautiful week.